Hi, this is IK. Welcome to what happened behind the scene in background between save post, click to save post, and see that post in post list. Post title, post 2. Content, save post, this moment save post. Expect write something in console. Here it is red visible. In one direction to mock server, we have only title, and content. Title is post 2, and content is this. It is post slice.js 16. Here, post slice.js 18, we see ID. In one direction to mock, we have title and content. Back in response, we have ID. Mock server create ID. And together with title and content, response it back. Let's see in code. addPost form is here in return input. Value is title variable. Title is empty at first, when we first see addNewPost form. In element text area, we have a value equal content, and it is also empty when we first see addNewPost form. When we click in title, input, it is on click event, and type something, and get out. It is on change event, get out. And in that on change event, that event call function on title change. On title change, that function, let's go to see that function. On title change, here is on title change, it is arrow function. E parameter of that arrow function is E, short of event. And in the body of that, we have function set title. It is set state, function from user state, set title. It is function would change title. Okay, see all. Parameter of set title is e.target.value. E, it is short of even. Dot target. Target is element input where event happen. Event happen in input element. It means that value is of input element. And what is value of input? What is value? What is that value? Value is concretely what we type. What we type. here it is, what we type. It is value. And set title, that value, what we type, immutable way, mutate value from before, previous value. Previous value was empty, and now value is what we type. It is a new value, and that value is changed. Input and content, it is two state of component, addNewPost component. Two state, it is a local state. It is not global state. That state didn't in Redux in store connected with the reducer. No. It is local state. And this moment, set title, that value, that state is changed from empty to value what we type. Same, that moment, we must have re-rendered of component addNewPost. Why? Because rule for re-rendering some component is change of state. Here is a local state, change of local state. And here is happened. It happened. Title have new value. We see that value. We before see empty, and now we see our text, what we type, post 2. And because it is a real thing, change, title is changed, but there is no re-rendering. Why? Because set title react, create batch, from what? From set title. It means not execute synchronize here immediately, but save it for batch, for later execution. We click in content, type in content, get out from content, text area, and happen that on change is called is set content. Again, event target. Event target is text area, content, dot value. And set content, that value, update with that value, previous value. It is a new state of content. Content state, it is new value of content. Again, if we have synchronized execution, we now would have re-rendering again. Set title re-rendering, set content re-rendering, but we have not it. Because of batch. React create batch, and that batch go to asynchron and would be execute one by one in asynchron space. That asynchron space don't see our synchronized space of program. And in asynchron space would be set title change value of title, but because it don't see principal space in program. Component don't see that because it is in asynchronous space. Nothing happened, didn't happen, re-render it. So set content, after set content, also don't see that changes and would not be re-rendered. Okay, when we set title, when we writing set title and writing in content, we go to push button, submit button, save button, save post, push on save post. Okay, let's go to see save post. What happened when we push save post? Important, nothing happened. Re-rendering, there is no re-rendering. Add new post component only rendered initial time, never again. That set title, set content is in batch. And when we press, and that we must understand, it is not that set content and the set title don't execute. And the set title, set content create batch, but nothing happened this moment because there is more material for batch. There is no execution. There is it is in batch. Waiting time with when it would go asynchronous and would be execute, and we push on the button. When we push on the button, let's go down. Here it is. On save post click, okay, go down, button. Button here. Here is a button. Type button. It is not type submit, but type button. On click. It is a button inside of form. It is close tag of form. Up is open tag of form, and button is inside. It is inside of form. And event on click call on save post clicked function. And let's see what is in that function, what to do. That function is here, on save post clicked, equal asynchron, arrow function, logical, if can save exist, it is one. We have in try catch structure, we have set add request status. Set add request status. It is a new material for batch. Set title, set add request, set title, set content, set add request status, change in pending, because set add request status is idle initial and now is pending. This moment we will have we would have re-render it, but we have not re-rendered it. It means set add request status go in batch file, in batch group for later execution. And now we have await and a dispatch. This because set add request status would execute before dispatch. It means that set title, set content, set error, all go in batch, all that go in asynchron space, and we have in asynchron space, we have execution of this. At first, set add request status to pending is because that no one, it is not possible again click on save post. It is impossible to send same title content 2 times. It is safety about that. It is very, very secure. We, with this, it means stop, because can save must be idle. Set add request status must be idle, but now it is pending and nobody can push button because button is practically hide. It is hide, not visible. After that, we have dispatch, await, dispatch, add new post, dispatch parameter of Thunk add new post. It is reference, but it is this moment, this principle Thunk, original Thunk is in post slice is activate. And title and content, it is form, from form. Title and content, title and content became initial post in addNewPost Thunk in post slice. And after dispatch, we have set title to empty, set content to empty, set error to null. But await promise, resolving promise. Await what would happen with this asynchron work. And after asynchron work finished, we have error or fulfilled. This execution of this go, because you see, we're waiting. It is asynchron. And this await, we're waiting here. Result of asynchron dispatch addNewPost. And after receiving error or fulfillment information, we go longer here, set finally. If it is fulfilled, it's okay. We don't go in catch error. Finally happened without fulfillment, without okay or error. Finally, we see set add request status to idle, like was before. And all that like that, title empty, content empty, set error null, and set add request status idle. It is like before. And from asynchronous space, this batch solver result of this batch execution coming in space of program, we can say in space of component, addNewPost, and all is as before. And there is no reason for re-rendering. Why we must wait, why it must be asynchron, this arrow function on save post click, why must be asynchron? Look at why. If I delete it, and now let's go to add post 3. Post 3. Save post. Here is post 3. And we now have post 3 go to mock server, and with ID title and content, it is the response data. But nothing happens. All is okay. There is nothing error. Why we use asynchron that function on click call that function? Why we use asynchron? Asynchron await a keyword. Look at now. If I in post slice add new post, number 2, that project don't exist, and I expect error. Let's get back. I can delete that. We see momentary post 2 save post. I didn't create code the descending list because I want at least as possible coding for this explanation of this, what I explain, what I basic code, what we need for our knowledge. But of course, list like this is always descending because last news, last post must be visible on top. Now, when I click save post, you know I expect error. Save post, click. Unquote runtime errors. Unquote runtime errors means breaking our application. And it is panic, and we never permit it. We must coding that we have not it. Error is here. Because of that, we need asynchron and await. Okay. It is 2. Okay. Something else. Error is, and it was again you see unquote fpet refresh, and now of course not go to mock server because we have error. Now refresh. Here I will in addPost save, in addPost form, addPost form. I will delete delete. Let's go get here it is. Unwrap. Unwrap is a method what coming with the Thunk, what coming with the new Redux toolkit, and it is unwrap method catch error or fulfilled. What promise give us? What promise have? And unwrap. What unwrap? Unwrap promise. When unwrap promise to see what is in promise can be fulfilled or error. Unwrap take it. Fulfilled here is not interesting. Don't coding for fulfilled, but we need it for error. And now I delete it, and we have error. Refresh is all okay. Now when I click here and post 2, and content, when I save post, look at this moment. Not asynchron, not await, not asynchron, not await, not unwrap method. And what I see addNewPost component, complete free, title empty, content empty, and in addNewPost component, there is nothing information about message, and I nothing know. I think it's all okay. But there is this moment where I see that there is some in post list. Post list is a separate component, and this error is error for post list. They together here add new post and post list together, two components, and we see it is enough, maybe enough one error, but addNewPost component can be single somewhere, or can be single component, and there is no information of error. We will think because this F12 is not open, and we see that there is no error if we have only addNewPost component, because component must have error. addNewPost component must know what happened, must have information, and because of that we need unwrap. F12. Here is something interesting. Without unwrap, we have information in console that error happened, but in post to status of 400, request with status 400. Wrong address. That address don't exist. And but it is post to it is server in where is this error, what I see now. Okay, I can. This error don't see try catch structure. Error exists. If try catch see that error, we will see error in information, in component. But try, catch, don't see that error. Why? Let's get to see. Add post form. Add post form. It is as yes, here, try, catch. There is no error. This structure don't see error. And because of that, there is no this error here in button. There is no information about error. Have not changes of error. Yet set error. There is no material for set error because error is null. Why this construction don't see error? Because not await asynchron add new post Thunk result. Without asynchron and await, there is no promise here. There is no waiting. And try, catch, happen dispatch, happen batch resolving in asynchron, execute dispatch, activate addNewPost Thunk function, and finish the communication. Finished communication. There is no unwrap, and without unwrap, not visible, error is not visible here. Because it is solved before then it is not important. It is important that we have not connection to error. Error happened in dispatch, second dispatch of addNewPost. First dispatch is pending type, and second dispatch is reject. But in that moment, reject, try, catch, finished the job, didn't waiting it. And even if waiting, there is no unwrap. Without unwrap, we cannot see it error. I try to write unwrap. Unwrap. And now we don't wait, but we have unwrap. It is situation we have unwrap, but we don't waiting error. Finished. Don't waiting that error. And let's get see here. Refresh is okay. Save post. Now we have uncode runtime. Why we have uncode run? It is we try catch is for don't permit uncode error. Uncode error must not happen to user. And because of that, we have try catch. But why now we try now when happen error from this dispatch rejected, it is rejected. And because we have unwrap, dispatch rejected, coming to unwrap. Unwrap have error. Error is away, is arrived, but try catch is dead. Try catch finished job. Try catch execute don't work more because he execute and not wait, not await first dispatch, second dispatch, no. He dispatch reference and finished and execute, try, catch, execute, because there is no asynchron, there is no await. Try, catch, not await promise. Who send promise? Send promise Thunk. To whom? To unwrap method. Unwrap method, unwrap, unpack promise and see error. And it is error what out of the try, because try catch is finished job, close door. Okay, because of that we must await asynchron await, must Thunk, unwrap Thunk, because that error, only that error would be try catch alive when coming that error. Let's get right. I think, and here, await. We await promise. Who sent promise? Thunk. Thunk. To whom send? To unwrap. And unwrap is a method in last Redux toolkit. Method what we need here for catch error. And now we have asynchron await function. We await complete asynchron work with mock server. We await Thunk function that finished job. And we have unwrap method, asynchron await, and now I will try refresh. Refresh is normal. Save. Now we have information about error. Now add component have information. Error saving the post. Because try catch error, set error, change value error from null to error message, and we have error visible here. About post list, I will talk in some of next video. It is other story. But now we talk only about component addNewPost. And now we see error. And now all combination and thinking about catch error. We have construction try catch, and we have unwrap, and we have thunk, and asynchron process. Okay, back in code. addPost. What happened? Now we say all about addNewPost components, but waiting to talk about what thing in addNewPost Thunk after dispatch here by reference addNewPost. Let's get to see. But before, because it is an entire story about addNewPost, I'll show complete this component. We have user state, initial is empty, initial state is empty. User state return array with the two members, title, variable title, and the set title function what will change title by immutable way. And here is also content, set content, initial value empty, add request status, initial value idle, initial value idle, and error, initial value null. Null, dispatch equal use dispatch. Because of that, we must import use state from React, use dispatch from React Redux, and addNewPost. It is reference to from post list, addNewPost function Thunk in post list. Go down. On title change, on content change. We know about that. Logical title, Boolean function means one. If title exists, it will be one. Logical end, and if exist content, Boolean content would be one, and Boolean of add request status must be idle. It of one means can save is one. Only in that combination. We must type title, we must type content, and add status must be idle. On save post click would be called, and all about that we said. Asynchron set state, set add request, set title, set content, set error, resolve in batch in asynchron process. And when a component see result, see all state as before. Here is a 4 local state, title, content, error, and addPost. 4 local state. And 4 local state, when come back, it is same as before, and there is no reason for a re-rendering add component. Okay, now I can go to post slice again. I after dispatch. Await means okay. We wait that you finished, and we order dispatch add new post with title content. Let's go to post slice, where is a Thunk add new post. Here it is. Thunk add new post is activate. Start working, start execute. And as first, all job, main job, create create asynchron Thunk. And in that creation, create all what is confused us is created by create asynchron Thunk, and we don't see it, and it is confusion. For example, for example, this is one parameter, it is a type of action, and the second parameter is this arrow function. For example, what is it? What is it? Initial post. What is it? What is it? But create asynchron Thunk, it is enough. It is know that it is object, created object title with properties title and content. It is object of title and content. And it is here in parameter, go to Axios post. First parameter is address endpoint, and second parameter, again, initial post. And this function, no, okay, in initial, but we don't know. When we first time see it, we find, I search where it is initial post. What is initial post? Initial post is not under quote. It means it is not string. It is a variable, but where we declare that variable. Variable must be declared. Where it is declared? No. All that did create asynchron Thunk. Create asynchron Thunk. Something else. Pending, fulfilled, or reject. Who decided that terms? Decided creators of Redux. There is some kind of changing, but we don't change it. It means pending, reject, or fulfillment is created by authors, and we use it in extra reducer. It is initial post, okay, is problem. And now when addNewPost execute, addNewPost must create action. State exists. State is on the server, on mock server exists. Maybe it is empty array, maybe there is some post in that array, but state exists. Never, this site never create state, but always give action, take action to reducer. And the state in a reducer is exist. There is an initial state, after that after some action, different state, but state is exist. And addNewPost only give action. It is because of that it is action creator. addNewPost dispatch action, dispatch action, but action is object. One properties with two properties. One properties is this string. It is type of action. Type of action means addNewPost, delete, update. Type of action say what to do with payload. What is payload? Payload is post. Our post. Payload is addNewPost. It is new post. Payload is updated post. Update post, updated again. One. Post is deleted post. Only one delete. One delete post. Fetch post. There is no payload. Pardon. Payload. Fetch post, there is the biggest payload because it is complete array. Fetch post is complete array, but I think that fetch post, there is no second parameter. There is only address of endpoint because fetch post is a get method, and get method, it is a request, give me array, complete array there. Nothing sent from, only ask complete array from a mock, and it is payload, complete array. But in addNewPost, payload is initial post. Initial post is ID, initial post is title content, but response data is response data is ID title content. ID title content. We see here console log for C initial post title content, response data. Here is console for response data is ID title content. It is in addNewPost. In handle delete is handle delete we have here. Okay, I spoke about that and separate about it, but interesting that here exists ID. It is interesting. There is put update. While I look at update, handle delete is up. Handle delete, there is only this here. There is no two parameters, but only ID here, because mock must know what delete, and here in parameter, here is ID. But update, of course, update, there is no here initial post, but there is a complete ID title content, because mock must know ID, and that existing ID must update to new title, updated title and content. Because of that, we send in update post, we send ID title and content. addNewPost only title and content, but in update, we send ID title content. That mock server no ID what we updated. And look at here in address is very important ID like in delete, like in delete. Let's back. Let's go to get back in our addNewPost. 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 And we have no. We don't know what is initial post, but we must create big search, research, and learn and find, or you can look at in my video. And now response, add a new post, a wrap, request post, and request post return response. Request post return response. And that response can be okay or not okay. But request post, that function, return promise. And promise give us a response. Promise give us a response. And that promise, here we have return response data, return. But again, to whom return? It is declarative. Create asynchronous Thunk did all what can did. And nothing say about that. And we beginners must thinking what happened. Beginners what coming from imperative programming. Maybe beginners would never learning before, never touch Reactive's first contact. I would like to heard their experience when first contacted programming is declarative programming. To that people, I repeat, I said, I can talk that imperative, we write all, and we like it. Every row must be consistent, and that we said all, what to do, how to do, with what order to do, etc., etc. Row by row, statement by statement. But now it is not. Okay, where that response, that promise, request response, Axios post, is request response. Send to that request means send title and content to mock server. Mock server update array in server and send response. In that response is message all is okay and response data in data stay payload. What? ID, type, content, what we send, that we, payload, ID, post, and content, that we code, push it to state what we have in browser. We have state in the browser because server is not send us complete new array from server because it is bad for performance, better to send us same post, and we take care about update state in our browser. Update state in our browser is care of Redux. In Redux store, there is a reducer. Reducer, there is a two input. One is a state. What state? Original, actual state. It is copy of original state. Or would-be copy, and action, object action. Two input, copy of state and action. Output of reducer is new state. Action, it is a string, what to do with payload and payload. Payload, this time it is ID, title, content, it is payload. What to do with it? Push it to existing state. Who does it? Extra reducer. And because of that, response data go to extra reducer. And in extra reducer, there is object builder. Object builder, there is add case method. And fulfilled, when it is fulfilled, response data, when Thunk, there is a termin inside, fulfilled, and the Thunk send response data to add case fulfilled. And what to do with that payload? Let's go to see extra reducer. Builder, add case fulfilled. We write here fulfilled because it is declarative programming. Declaration, somebody said, you must write here fulfilled, must write pending, pending, fulfilled, rejected. And for every action, pending, fulfilled, rejected. And it is create asynchronous function. This create asynchronous Thunk know about it. Create asynchronous Thunk declare what we must do, and the declaration is pending, fulfilled, or rejected. And we must write with our hand this. Now we spoke about addNewPost. addNewPost pending, addNewPost fulfilled, and addNewPost rejected. Pending is always immediately when we start Thunk, immediately starting pending, and the Thunk dispatch pending. Pending. But after that, promise resolve, after some time, resolve, fulfilled, or rejected. If fulfilled, here it is. And if rejected, here it is. And we must code add case. We must code what to do with payload. And we must know what is payload. Fulfilled. What is payload? Payload is ID, title, content. What will be action? Action would be, this action is object with addNewPost fulfilled. It is one properties of action, string, what say, what to do. And action and payload is second. And let's see what to do. Push to existing posts. Push action payload. What action payload? It is ID, title, content. Push to existing, actual, original state. IMER library behind scene would create immutable way, would create a copy of state, actual state, and push payload to that state. And this type of action say what to do, what to do with payload. Here it is. What to do with payload? Push. Payload push to existing array. And state status equals succeeded. This fail loading succeeded. We can write what we want in our, but it is also recommended write this term, failed, loaded, succeeded, and it is for every tank. We need it for in post list, in post list content. Here it is. If post status is loading, we will see this loading and 3 dot, or we can have some animation of loading, waiting. If post status is succeeded, we will map. We will see a list of posts. And contrary, if not loading, if not succeeded, we will see content will be error. And this is error. And that error we see when we have error on the post list. But post list is separate story, and about that in the future. It was only digression from addPost for post slice. Get back in for slice. Then it means that every look at fetch post, there is a pending, fulfilled, rejected. We don't need use it. We don't need code where we think that is didn't need. For example, add the new post. We don't see loading maybe, and we don't need it. But only what we need is fulfilled, but we don't need rejected, because we will see error on form component, created on form component. But error for post list must exist, and for beginners, I use all 3 combinations for every type of action. And it is 3 type of action: get, post, delete, and put. And it is coordinate with reading, with CRUD, reading, creating, reading, update, and delete. For our action, what is main part, what is the fundament of programming in web development, and it is something must to learn for fundament. And after this my video, if you have good practice and a lot of thinking and understand complete deep understanding, and take don't be sorrow for time used and used here, because it is fundament. After that beginning, after that knowledge, deep knowledge about crude, you can go in any other the other language, and you know what you learn, crude. Or you can go on big project and learn that big project and how to do practice on that big project, because 90% most important thing you understand. Most important deep learning here is importance of declarative. Declarative at first confusion, but at last when we understand and we practice, we enjoy, because we don't need code, we don't need type. Okay, add a new postful field. It is type of action. And what more, payload of action. Action object have type of action and payload of action. And always like that. It is action. But what is a state? State waiting for us. It is state exists, and will be by IMER library, will be copy. And payload would be push, delete, update, etc. Here is push. Here is push to that copy. It is immutable way of mutation of state, changes of state. Why we need that? We need that because of bug. There is here we have not pages, web pages. Here we have component, what create pages, and component can be incorporated in many places with many other components. And all that combination without immutable change would be chaos and catastrophe and bug. Unquote error. Unquote error. Add case. And if rejected, this is what we see. But it is rejected, it is important for post list. Post list. Because a post list is subscribed to global state in Redux. We have local state and global state. At the new post, there is only local state, and it needs dispatch, but don't need use selector. Need use dispatch, because from add component, new post component, we dispatch action. But in post list, we use selector. We received a new state. We received new state. And it is a story about the use selector. And the post list component is subscribed. We say it is subscribed to global state. And all about that is in some next video. I must say that more satisfied with this video than video of yesterday, because I decided would be slow and would be concentrate, that I said all, that I don't repeat myself, that I be clear as possible to clear. But after all that video before, I can does it because I have experience with that video before. And after repeating and repeating and repeating, like I repeat video, also you repeating exercise and repeating learning, repeating example, coding, we see that matter not as confused as on beginning, that matter not many, extra big, like we think in the beginning. But because declarative, we have very little code, but a lot of story about that code. And in beginning, it is confusion and problem. But after my video, I was a better and better teacher. And because I better and better understand what I want, how I want explain materially, and how fast or slow I was to speak, etc. If you know somebody that need video like this, tell them, write in your social network, write in comment below this video, ask, respond. If I don't respond, maybe some other would be respond. With like video if you like, subscribe if you need, and our community around video will grow. When community grow, we all learn better. All what you heard here is my word, my thinking, but with many others thinking, we will have rich material for learning. Because to teach, to thinking about how to explain something is very creative job, and there is a lot of path kind how to explain, and we teacher find it, we teacher search for it, but maybe never find it. But it is life, it is work like any other, creative, full of learning, full of searching, exploring, thinking and thinking. Deep, it is deep learning. Okay, don't worry about your time. Invest time as many as possible, because this is fundament for all our professional and or amateurs work after this and learning. And how many times, more times invest now in this crude means less time invest after CRUD after this fundament. Okay, for this video it's all. Thank you for watching this video.